Let's start with the worksheet of chemical reactions. Question number 1 here. Give an example each to show that the following conditions are necessary for a chemical reaction to take place. First is heat energy and second is light energy. Right? So here are the answers. Example of the heat energy means presence of heat. So this is the example of mercury oxide. On heating it gives mercury and oxygen. Mercury oxide of red color and this is of silvery color. Second example, this one, silver chloride in presence of light. It gives a silver and chlorine gas. It's a photo decomposition reaction. In presence of light, AgCl decomposes into silver and chlorine. Silver chloride is a white color and silver is a gray color. Right? The next question is, what do you understand by the term catalyst and promoter? Name 3 examples of catalyst and an example promoter is used in industry. Right? So promoter means which is added to catalyst to increase catalyst efficiency. For example, molybdenum. It is used in synthesis of ammonia. Next is catalyst. Catalyst, it is compound which alters the rate of reaction, means it may decrease or increase but does not take part in the reaction. Example, manganese dioxide, vanadium pentoxide, V2O5, manganese dioxide, MnO2, platinum. Right. Now question number 4. Using metal activity series, predict which metal will displace the other from its salt solution. The answer is first, iron and zinc both will displace copper from copper sulfate because iron and zinc both present or have a higher position than copper in the activity series. Second, zinc and aluminum both will not displace magnesium from magnesium sulfate because zinc and aluminum both are present below the magnesium in the activity series. Now mercury will displace silver from silver nitrate because mercury present above the silver in the series. While gold will not displace silver from silver nitrate because gold is present below the silver in the activity series. Next question, classify the following oxides as acidic, basic, amphoteric or neutral. Amphoteric oxide, Al2O3 and zinc oxide. There is a trick to learn these amphoteric oxide. You know APJ Abdul Kalam, right? A for Al2O3, B for lead oxide. There is one more and J for zinc oxide. This is how you can learn amphoteric oxide. Next, acidic is CO2. Basic is calcium oxide. Neutral is CO. There is one more trick for learning these oxides. Neutral, basic and acidic. Next question is, state observation and complete the following reactions. First is when sodium is dropped into water. When sodium is dropped into the water, sodium revolves on water surface and burns with a golden yellow flame. Reaction is sodium when dissolved in water, it gives a alkali sodium hydroxide and gives hydrogen gas. Second is when zinc is dissolved in dilute sulfuric acid, it gives a zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. This is a reaction in what we observe vigorous bubbling, that is called effervescence, is observed due to the formation of hydrogen gas. Next is FeCl3 reacts with sodium hydroxide, gives out NaCl and FeOH4 twice, right? Ferric hydroxide, which is of reddish brown color. So what we actually observe? We observe a reddish brown colored PPT, which is Saturstine. Next is magnesium when react with oxygen. It is what is formed? Magnesium oxide. A bright white flame with significant heat, leaving behind white powder is observed. Right? Next, question number 7. And student perform the following experiment. Iron filling are added to a solution of copper sulfate. What we have to write the balanced chemical equation, identify the type of reaction, why this reaction occurs. So when iron reacts with copper sulfate solution, it gives out FeSO4 and copper. This is a decomposition reaction. Actually, it's a not decomposition, it's a displacement reaction. It's not decomposition reaction. So iron is more reactive than copper, that is single displacement. Iron is more reactive than copper, so iron is placed a higher position than copper in activity series. Next, complete the following paragraph. Lead nitrate on heating undergoes thermal decomposition reaction to form a buffed yellow lead oxide. Fumes, that is brown. Lead nitrate on heating undergoes thermal decomposition reaction to form a buffed yellow residue of lead oxide with brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Right? When copper carbonate is strongly heated, it decomposes into residue of copper 2 oxide and carbon dioxide gas. Next question, complete and balance the following reactions. First, this is carbon and water, right? So it's not carbon, actually carbon which is very strongly heated coke, and when steam is passed over it at 1000 degrees centigrade temperature, it forms carbon dioxide and water, which is called water gas, and it's an endothermic reaction. Then magnesium reacted with hydrochloric acid gives out magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Then silver nitrate reacted with NaCl, it gives out NaNO3 and white PPT of AgCl. Next, to classify the following reactions as endothermic and exothermic, we have to justify the answer. Photosynthesis and respiration. Right? Photosynthesis reaction when 6 molecules carbon dioxide and 6 molecules water react, it gives out glucose and oxygen, and this reaction happens only in presence of sunlight. While respiration, it is the actually oxidation of the glucose, which gives out CO2 and water and gives out heat. So it occurs in presence of sunlight, means it absorbs energy. In the species of oxidation of food, it releases energy as heat and ATP. Now last is complete the following reactions, and we have to write confirmatory test for these reactions. The first is calcium carbonate on heating gives calcium oxide and CO2. Calcium nitrate on heating gives calcium oxide, nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen. FeCl2 reacting with NaOH gives out green PPT of ferrous hydroxide and NaCl. Copper sulfate react with NaOH gives out blue PPT of copper hydroxide and soluble compound, which is sodium sulfate in water. Sodium sulfate is soluble in water. Zinc reacts with H2SO4 gives out zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Then lead nitrate Reactive NaOH gives out white PPT of lead hydroxide and NaNO3. Now we'll write the confirmatory test for CO2 gas, O2 gas, NO2, and there is one more, hydrogen gas. First test for carbon dioxide gas, it turns lime water milky. Second test, it has no effect on potassium permanganate paper. Second, for hydrogen gas, burning splinter gets extinguished. Third, for oxygen, burning splinter rekindled. And then next for nitrogen dioxide gas, reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide turns potassium iodide paper, that is strip, brown colored. Thank you.